Hey, Cam fam, coming to you today with my crew. You know what we about to do.
Hey.
Equalizer 3. Robert McCall is back. And you know what? This is his last installment. And he made sure when he killed this time, they really did. This brother was really getting into his killing this time. I love the movie, but I'm going to turn it over to Mike and see how he felt about it.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Come on in, Mike. What you got?
Hello, fam. How y'all doing? All right, so I am a Denzel Washington fan. There's very little that I haven't seen by him. I remember a long time ago when he was putting out bombs, bomb after bomb after bomb, and then next thing you know, since he did Glory and then Philadelphia, I don't think Denzel's put out a bad movie since.
Amen.
You know, so that was good. Matter of fact, what was the one with Russell Crowe? It was the thing where Russell Crowe, he was like a video image, and somehow or another he came to life. Even that was entertaining. Like,
oh yeah,
I forgot the name of it though. But him as the Equalizer works for me. I really enjoyed it. I try to stay away from the comparisons like John Wick versus the Equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
They both got different types of motivations. For John Wick, he's a paid assassin. It ain't personal. And he's in there, he's out, that's it. People know about him. That's half the scary thing about him being Baba Yaga. Folks are afraid just if you mention his name. With Robert McCall, don't nobody know who he is, but he's very efficient in what he does. And it looks personal because the people that he go after did something to someone and ruined their life while they went someplace else and was living great. So by the time Mr. McCall comes knocking, you don't have a chance in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the story. I love the fact that they did this in Italy, and they showed the small town and small town life, how peaceful it is. Something that he needs really bad. I found myself doing this sometime this week. You know how in the movies, Robert McCall would be real technical or anal about the way everything's placed on the table. Everything's got to be just right.
Yeah.
I found myself doing that, and I think it was because some of his influence rubbed off on me. But fortunately, I don't have to worry about anybody taking me off because I'm not killing anybody. But that's probably the most calm thing that he can do, because when he has to go to work, it's wrap. You found a way to really, really mess over somebody, and that person needs help from the Equalizer. There's no place you can hide. I thought I saw some crazy things in John Wick as far as the different ways he was killing people, but for the most part, there's a lot of people that John Wick didn't actually kill, but they're maimed for life, so they're not coming back. With Robert McCall, everybody's dead. You don't even have to do the double tap where you shoot him once, you go, oh, just in case. No, there is no just in case. You done. So the slow moments when he was interacting with some of the townspeople in the small village, I really enjoyed that. I put myself in the mindset of him. This is something that's missing in my life. With all the stuff that I've done in the past, I need some place where I can just kind of relax, cool my head, and let this environment take over my soul. And I really respected that. Antoine Fuqua, I enjoyed all of his movies. Tears of the Sun was awesome. Training Day, perfect. Perfect. Got Denzel his second Oscar for that.
Very true.
So I got very little. If Antoine Fuqua and Christopher Nolan, I know they're going to put out good work. So if they do it, I'm going to watch it. And Denzel and Antoine Fuqua, they work really well together. and I want to see them do other things outside of the Equalizer. So I think that this third one is a wrap. So as sad as I am not to see a fourth one, it's all right because eventually we're going to get another John Wick, even though he's supposed to be gone.
Right.
But for the Equalizer, I think this is a good way for them to have gone out. So there's very little I didn't like about this movie. I was pretty pleased about it.
And you notice we keep Mike around for to say things like Antoine, whatever he said, because I can't say the name.
I can't spell
One more time.
I can't say Antoine Fuqua.
That. Jocelyn, what you think?
I love the movie because I'm a Denzel Washington fan.
All right,
I love
that makes three.
That. Yes. I liked how they tied the story together, and from the second one because I had to go back and watch it again after they had said one scene in there and it happened in there. I don't want to do any spoilers for people thinking about going to see it, which is an excellent movie.
Yeah.
But they tied 2 and 3 together because I seen I went to Boston and I actually went to that area where they filmed in Boston. That where they did the painting and stuff from 2.
Yeah.
It was beautiful up there.
Wow.
And got to see everything up there and I'm like, oh, Denzel was here. I was like 2 sides. Like he was actually there with me, but you know, it was just the scenery.
So the painting is real?
Yes. It was up there. It was up there
Wow.
on the wall because we went to see it like that. Went for a trip with my job. And it was nice. But I really love this movie. I really want to go back and see it 2, 3 more times.
Is there anything that you didn't like about it?
The little kid. He made me mad. I didn't like that part.
Oh.
With the little kid.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's about the little kid. But
there was something appropriate about that.
It was appropriate because
he didn't see it coming.
He didn't see it coming, and you know, he don't do kids. You know, because people sit up there. You know, they get to killing everybody. Everybody dead. You dead, like that. But he didn't do the kid. He let him go. Now, with me, you've been in trouble. Because I would double tap you. Like that.
If there was going to be an Equalizer 4, they'd have to do it with that little boy growing up and finding Robert McCall in the wheelchair with a gun in his sock, a gun on his hip, and a gun behind his back. Like, I've been waiting for you.
No, like the movie, remember what was that? The bad, with the guy that was the drug dealer, the teacher had to do the drug dealer and he had to hit the thing.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yes, that's what it was. Where he ding, ding, ding. I could see that.
Okay.
I could see that. Like the little boy coming back about that age, yeah. That would be a good one.
Yeah, so.
Well, was there anything that you didn't like?
Honestly, no. It wasn't perfect, but it checked all the boxes for me. Everything that I thought I wanted to see in a movie was there, and a few things that were satisfying that, you know, us church people really shouldn't be feeling. You know, it's like, if I had a friend like that, I would talk to him like, you need to go to church, but here's a list of the people that did me wrong from elementary school. If you can do that before you give your life over, I appreciate it.
Right.
No, the song that was in there, that was a good, appropriate one.
I cannot remember the song.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, there wasn't anything that I didn't like, quite frankly. I did see another reviewer comment on there was a woman in the movie that could have been like a love interest, but it didn't turn out to be that way. And that reviewer thought that there was a missed opportunity. I didn't. I saw her the way I saw everything else that was in Italy.
Okay.
This is the perfect backdrop for what I want in my life. It didn't have to be a thing where at the end they started kissing and going out. No, she was one of the people in the town that he loved, period. And I think just based off of his past life, I don't think he necessarily wants to be with anybody else, because you see him and he's cleaning off his wedding ring.
Yeah.
Over and that's not the dude that's looking for love. This is the dude that needs peace in his life.
Right. Exactly.
So I didn't need for them to be attracted to each other for the story to work.
Right.
It ended on a great note with him looking like I have found peace in my life, and that's good.
Let me ask each of you this: looking at 1, 2, and 3. Does it seem like he's a little more mad in 3 than he is in the other 2? Didn't it seem like the killing was just a little extra this time?
It looked personal. Like I said in the beginning, his job, when you go to him and say, somebody took everything out of my account, I am penniless, and the law won't help me. I don't have any friends that can go over and I don't even know where this person is. Can you help me? He's taking that hurt and that pain to that person that did him wrong or did her wrong, and it's a wrap. So by the time he gets to you, he's putting in work.
Yeah,
he's putting in work.
But also in this movie, when he did put in the work, he found extra stuff,
right.
And it made him angry in the people what they were doing, and he broke into places, and he got. It ties back into 2.
Right.
Like that. And I love that part. Because I'm like, I had to go back. Where was that at? You know, I said, I remember him doing X, Y, Z. And I remember it. And I said, this was great. I love when movies ties together when they're in a series.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
Okay. I'm about to backtrack on something. I'm not so much sure that when he went to go do these things, he was actually mad. He may have carried some of that, how dare you do to this old lady, this is all she had, or what have you, you know. I don't know if he was necessarily mad when he was doing that, but the type of killing he was doing felt very personal.
Yeah.
You know, so even though the person that was wrong wasn't there, you know, he's able to go to that person, your problem is solved. And I got whatever that this person took from you and then some. Like that. So I don't know. I don't think he has to be mad to do his job. He just needs to be good at his job.
Yeah,
he was good. He was good.
Yeah. Like they say, business is booming. There's never going to be a shortage of this. It's just a matter of who's going to be the next person that does this. Now, if Antoine Fuqua decides he wants to continue doing it with a different actor, say like Denzel's son, I'd be interested to see how that works out.
Yeah.
You know, or you do it with his son in an earlier part of Robert McCall's life. That would be interesting to see.
So sort of like a Rocky Creed.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be interesting to see a young Robert McCall mad and angry with the world, and you know how he would have approached it and how he would have messed up, and you know the growing pains that comes with being a killer.
I like that. A prequel.
Yeah. Especially when they talked about what happened before in this one. It's a scene in the movie where you can find out it's stuff that happens prior.
Right.
With the little kid and the wife coming out there, he used them to get away from him. That part. If you pay attention to that little section right there, you can see a prequel. Coming out of the movie.
I agree.
I'm looking forward to it.
Any other questions that we might have missed?
I have one question, without giving it away. The single surprise, the picture at the end. What did you all think of that? That surprise tie-in, or is that something you foresaw?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good question.
Yes. No, I did not catch that. I did not catch that. But words that were said made you catch it from from 1 and 2, because he always said the same question about why me, you know, and that tied it in after it was said. But he caught it before me. He caught it before me, without giving out anything. He caught it, and normally I get everything before him.
That was a huge surprise to me. when I figured it out. So by the time it was revealed, I was already satisfied with this is going to be an outcome. And it made sense. I remember whispering to my wife, this is... So we waited for the reveal, and when it popped up, it was kind of satisfying. It was a good way to have, that was a good callback to have in the movie. To be able to, there's no way I can say it without actually spelling it like that. But trust me, if you don't mind your movies to be a little bit on the bloody side, a little blood in your popcorn, you know, if that don't bother you, go check out the movie. If you've seen all three of them, the scene that we're talking about is going to be satisfying to you, and it's going to make sense. I don't think it's spoiling anything to say that Denzel and Dakota Fanning were great together. They had really good chemistry. You could tell that in another life, they could have been friends. I'm looking forward to seeing both of them get together again.
Yes.
Well, you know what it's time for now? The Vaunted Stars.
Okay.
Out of 5. We're going over here first. What do you have, John?
I have 5 stars.
Whoa.
I love it. If I could give more, I would give them more. But
Jackpot.
5.
Mike?
I'm stingy. It's hard to give something 5 stars. It's gotta check all the boxes. And honestly, this did. Yeah, a slow pace that wasn't too slow. The pacing was good. You had some satisfying kills, if I can say that. The story was good and it stayed consistent. With the exception of the one thing I kind of figured out, I couldn't really tell where it was going, so I'd have to give it 5 stars, just based off the fact that there wasn't anything that I didn't like about the movie. They
keep pressure on me, don't they? Out of 5 stars, I'm gonna have to say the same thing. 5 out of 5. I'm a Denzel Washington fan anyway. There's not much he make that I don't like, but this Equalizer 3, very, very well written. He really, really killing people this time. I mean, this guy's really killing. If some certain times I wouldn't even think he was a hero. Some of these kills are really violent.
You know what? Technically, he's not a hero. He's an equalizer.
Well, there you go.
So his victims might be on this end of the scale, but when he show up, everything's all right.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say, don't walk, run.
Yes.
Go see Equalizer 3. It's definitely worth the money.
And when you go to see it, come on back, leave a comment about what you think of the movie. We'd be interested to see that.
Yeah. All comments are welcome. We want to see what you think. We're going to wrap it up now. As always, we've enjoyed ourselves. We want to see those comments. Remember, like, subscribe. And you know what? We'll see you soon.